Hello YouTube. This is my take on what I believe PG&E, Pacific Gas and Electric Company, is, and really the true nature of what a devil worshiper is. You basically just look at what they do. When people think of devil worshippers, they usually envision some pale white dude in black clothing, wearing heavy black mascara, or some goth female with false fangs on her teeth. How quaint. If only that were an accurate description. Unfortunately, the truth is far more hideous than that. I suppose the first thing that you would have to ask when attempting to identify a devil worshiper is, what does a devil worshiper do? Well, beyond the obvious answer of worshiping Beelzebub by prostrating oneself before an altar, we might have to ask ourselves a secondary question, such as, what does the devil want? Our love and devotion, of course, just as God expects from Christians. Sacrifice of life, more specifically, as a concrete sign of that love and devotion, also known as worship. But that still doesn't answer the question, though. What does a devil worshiper do? Everything opposite of what God wants us to do, obviously. The more sinful and depraved, the better. Whatever God holds most precious and holy, that is what makes a pleasing sacrifice for the enemy of God, the devil. That would be you and me, friend, us. We are what God holds most precious, and is what He sacrificed His only begotten Son for, us. God's Son, Jesus, said that what was precious to Him were children, little ones. Naturally, destroying a child is a very pleasing sacrifice to make to Satan. Do this, and you are de facto a very ardent and devoted devil worshiper. Just for giggles, let's try to imagine what would be an even more potent satanic sacrifice than destroying a child. Why, I think that would have to be one of the most sacrosanct and life-affirming relationships that exists in all of humanity, that of the mother and her child. Yes, the mother and child relationship is by far the most loving and life-affirming connections that will ever be experienced by any two human beings. Destroy that, and you are at the very pinnacle of satanic devotion. On September 9th, 2010, in the city of San Bruno, California, at the address of 1670 Claremont Drive, 94066, one of the most precious and pleasing sacrifices ever to Satan was made. Both a mother and child were incinerated in flames for the cause of money, in keeping and devoted worship to the principles of the devil. Pacific Gas and Electric established themselves with satanic distinction as top-tier devotees in the annals of hell by blowing up mother of two, Miss Jacqueline Grieg, with her 13-year-old youngest daughter, Janessa Grieg. How much money are we talking about, you ask? $3 billion over 3 years. That is how much money Miss Grieg cost PG&E as an advocate for the people of the state of California at the CPUC, California Public Utilities Commission. It only cost PG&E $25 million of hush money to Miss Grieg's surviving family to escape criminal charges. Now, I've said once before in another video that I have done 90 days in jail and gone through 2 full-seated 12-jury member panels, 2 juries, for a $1.60 can of malt liquor. And yet they can blow up Miss Grieg and her 13-year-old daughter, plus 8 other families in one of the most spectacular natural gas explosions in the state of California, and nobody goes to jail. The county prosecutor for San Mateo County, Stephen Westgate, refuses to file any criminal charges. State Attorney General for California, Ms. Kamala refuses to file any criminal charges. and they're leaving it all up to the feds, who are going to stretch this out, from what I understand, a couple of more years, well after everyone's forgotten about this. Yeah, I'm a little upset about that. But getting back to this, now PG&E never has to worry about Miss Grieg messing up their affairs again. They've sent terror through the halls of their regulatory nemesis. Oh, wait a minute, I meant to say frenemy, the California Public Utilities Commission, and as a bonus have gained even more dark powers from their Lord and God Satan for such a pleasing sacrifice to Mammon. That's money, for all those who don't know the Bible. What does a devil worshiper look like? By their fruits shall you know them. Just look at what they do. In this case, they blew up mothers and their children, and they drive around in baby blue colored trucks. PG&E's colors of their trucks. You know, I wonder if part of their equipment outfit doesn't include asbestos underwear.